Hi everyone, this is Matt with Bell of Lost Souls, and today we are taking a look at Mysthea. It is a heavy resource management, hand management, combat strategy Euro game. There's a lot going on here if you could not tell by my hobbled together description. The basic goal of all the players is to be fighting to achieve the most glory, which are gained through a variety of different means. And fighting and combat and playing cards can all gain you glory, but within the game, you're going to be spending your turns, moving around the board, collecting energy, fighting each other and these giant monsters and having encounters, and it's all seems potentially overwhelming, but it's not as bad as it seems. So on each turn, you can do one standard action, which is play a card, move, deploy units, that sort of thing, very very standard stuff. But then you have your special actions, which is like activate your cards or start a battle or move the islands on the board around. There's a lot of weird mechanics that you can do there, but it's still on each turn you have your standard action and your special action, and that's it. So within each turn, there's not a whole lot of overwhelming decisions to be made, So it's heavy, but it's not overwhelming, which is fantastic. So each player will be taking the role of a different champion, and each champion has their own unique ability and play style that they sort of lend themselves towards. And then you'll have a hand of cards, which you will be playing each turn. The cards will earn you command points in the circle up there. Command points are what you do to do all of your actions. For example, moving spends 1 command point. Deploying a building and deploying units costs 1 or 2 command point, that sort of thing. So, but then you can also spend energy to activate the card itself. So some of these cards become permanent upgrades to your character, which really increases the level of customizations you have on your player board and how your character will really develop throughout the game. Or maybe they're just one-shot items, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of customization in your character, which is fantastic. I love character customization. It really opens the table to a lot of different play styles, which is fantastic. So the game plays over a number of rounds, then within once you've done a number of rounds, that era ends, and then in the second era you start adding new additional cards to the deck, and you can start building your hand up with these strong, powerful cards. Then after that era ends, then there's a event board that takes place. All of these cards on the event board will trigger and do a variety of things, typically giving glory points to whichever player controls those regions, which is just whoever has the most army presence there. Then this is also when the Titanic monsters start rampaging around the board, and the players will have to temporarily work together and attempt to defeat these monsters, and if they are defeated, then players will gain glory based on how much damage they have done, or if not, then their armies are probably wiped out. So it behooves the players to work together in these moments. Then there are also events, encounters that players can interact with. And this is really interesting. Each encounter card doesn't have any text on it. Like the rest of the game, it's all icon based. So you just look at the picture of the encounter card, and then the 2 icons at the bottom. which can signify either trying to communicate in some way, or maybe it's going in and you know, looting and pilfering, and it's very ethereal in terms of how you want to interpret what the encounter means and what exactly went down, which lends to some role playing if that's something you're into. You know, the game really gives you that option, which is neat. And then you flip the card over, and on the back it tells you, based on your decision, which reward you get based on that encounter. So that is a very quick overview of everything Mysthea has to offer. There is a lot of moving parts here. It is a heavy game, which is not to say a bad thing. I like heavy games. Just if that's something you're into, be ready for it. But if all of this sounds interesting, go check it out. I highly recommend it. I had a great time playing it. So that's it for today. Again, I am Matt with Bell of Lost Souls. See you next time. Bye.
Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.